Chapter 1-5 notes is on distributive property. Okay, use the distributive property to write an equivalent expression. These are for numbers 1 through 12 on today's classwork on page 27. Example 1, 3 times parentheses x plus 2. So that's 3 times the quantity 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this number and put it outside. And we're going to make a multiplication box. And we're going to put the x plus 2 over here. X plus 2. So now what you're going to do is you're multiplying 3 times x, that's 3x, plus 3 times 2, which is 6. So the answer for 3 times quantity x plus 2 is 3x plus 6. So that's the answer for this problem. Okay, example 2 is quantity s plus t plus w times 6. Now the 6 is on the right side, but it's still multiplying. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a box, and you're going to put s plus t plus w on the top, and the 6 goes on the side. Okay, then you're going to multiply the 6 to everything, so that's 6 times s, the 6s, plus 6 times t is 6t, plus 6 times w is 6w. So the answer for this is 6s plus 6t plus 6w. Okay, on example 3 and 4, I'm going to show you the way that you learned it in 7th grade. For distributive property, if there's a number outside the parentheses, you take that number and multiply it to everything inside the parentheses. So we have 4 times 2m plus 4 times 5. Okay, then we multiply that out. 4 times 2m, 4 times 2 is 8, and there's an m, plus 4 times 5 is 20. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. You can do it the way we did examples 1 and 2, or you can do it the way examples 3 and 4 are done. So here's example 4. 7 times parentheses x plus 2y plus 6. Okay, so you're going to multiply the 7 to everything inside the parentheses. So you get 7 times x plus 7 times 2y plus 7 times 6. And you go ahead and multiply that out. And you get 7 times x is 7x plus 7 times 2y is 14y plus 7 times 6 is 42. So that's the answer for example 4. Okay, the next part of today's classwork, numbers 13 to 34, they want you to factor. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so make sure that in your notes it's highlighted and circled in capital letters, big letters. Okay, this is the part that is on every single quiz and test, and many people forget how to do it, so you need to know where to find it in your notes. So now we're going to factor examples 5 through 8. So example 5 is 3x plus 3y. Okay, what I want you to do is you're going to take the 3x plus 3y and put it in a box. They're going to go inside the multiplication box. So you might need to make a box for it. Okay, now you're going to find a number that divides into both of these. So a number that goes into both is 3. 3 times what number here gives us 3x? X. 3 times x gives us 3x. Plus 3 times what gives us 3y? That's y. So this goes in the parentheses and this is outside. So the answer is 3 parentheses x plus y. So basically factoring is just going backwards on distributive property. Okay, example 6 is 5x plus 5y plus 5z. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and make a box around the whole thing and separate it into the 3 parts. Okay, and then find a number that goes into all 3 of these. The number that goes into all 3 is 5. Okay, now these are multiplication boxes, so we need to know 5 times what gives us 5x. That would be x. Plus 5 times what number gives us 5y? This would be y. Plus 5 times what number gives us 5z? So z. So this part goes in parentheses and the 5 goes outside. So the answer is 5 parentheses x plus y plus z. Okay, example 6. 7y plus 14 plus 21z. So we're going to find a number that goes into all of them, but first we're going to put a box around it. Okay, example 6 is 7y plus 14 plus 21z. So you're going to put a box around the 3 parts, and then find a number that divides into 7, 14, and 21. And try to find the largest number that goes into all of them. So that would be 7. 7 goes into 7, 7 goes into 14, 7 goes into 21. So 7 times what number here gives me 7y? That would be y. 7 times what number here gives me 14? That would be 2. 7 times what number here would give me 21z? That would be 3z. So this part up top goes in parentheses, and the 7 goes outside the parentheses. So 7 times quantity y plus 2 plus 3z. Quantity meaning it's in parentheses. Okay, example 8, the last example. Remember that this is for numbers 13 to 34 on page 27. Okay, on example 8, you're going to put it in a box. This is a multiplication box. Find a number that goes into 9, 27, and 9. The largest number that goes into 9, 27, and 9 is 9. 9 times what number here gives me 9x? 9 times x gives me 9x. 9 times what number would give me 27y? That would be 3y. 9 times what number gives me 9? That would be 1. This goes in parentheses. So the answer is 9 parentheses x plus 3y plus 1. So that's factoring.